A midweek practice in the middle of the volleyball season in the middle of the fall is pretty much about dead center for when most teams start to go through the motions. But Northern State is different and deliberate.
Just being deliberate with everything and being focused and making sure that you're here and you're mentally here and getting better.
I think deliberate means I think about it and so do they. We talk about stats and where we want to be, and we set some pretty high goals, and they're starting to hold themselves accountable.
Brent Aldridge is in his 9th season at the helm of the Wolves, building the program into a perennial contender not just in the NSIC, but nationally. Northern State's been ranked in the top 25 every week for the past 4 seasons, and they've been ranked in the top 10 every week this season.
We come in and grind every day, and we understand that there's a huge task ahead of us. There was no history of that, and the challenge comes back to mind, and getting the right kids that don't shy away from that every day in practice has really been fun.
Practice is, of course, the lifeblood of how a team can truly assess itself. Practice exposes truths, whether they're good, bad, or ugly. But it also reinforces that there's always something to work on.
Every day we try to come in and find something that we need to get better at, and we just always put in hard work and effort.
We hold them accountable. We stat stuff, we film stuff, and practice is organized, and your expectation is when you come in here that you add to the gym, not delete from the gym. You know, you show up every day and you do your best work, and then we go home, and we come back the next day and try to do the same thing.
Practice doesn't always necessarily make perfect, but it can be a vital step toward achieving your ultimate goals. Last season, for the first time in school history, Northern State won the NSIC's regular season conference title, and they were ranked number 1 in the national coaches poll on 2 separate occasions.
It was a great feeling, and I think it speaks volumes to how much this program has overcome and what it's done in the past few years.
I think it's the journey that started 9 years ago. I think it's gratifying, and I think the kids that have been here in the past are a part of that.
The 2018 season ended with a 2nd consecutive loss in the first round of the Central Region Tournament, a cruel reminder of the level of local competition. But the players admit they wouldn't be where they are now without that competition.
Every weekend we do get better, and when you're playing all this different competition, different teams, you kind of learn how to adapt better on the court. So as a team, we grow every single weekend.
It brings out the best in each player. It brings out the best in the coaches, I feel like. And if you want something easy, go to a different conference that doesn't have that.
I wouldn't want it any other way. You know, I think people come into this conference knowing that, but I'd rather do that and have those tough competitions than blow teams out of the water every weekend. You know, you want those tough challenges because that's what's going to get you farther down the road at the end of the season.
As the end of the season draws near and the chance to make another run approaches, Northern State isn't content with just being among the best, they want to be the best. And it starts with the attitude they've adopted over the past several years, playing with purpose and being deliberate.
This 2.5-hour block that we're in here has to be our time where it's special and we give to each other. And when we're done, we compete like crazy, and when we're done, we walk off and we're teammates, and whatever happened in practice happened in practice.
I just think he is one of the best coaches, the best coach that I've ever had. His systems and what he does in practice and all that is, you know, I wouldn't be the volleyball player that I am without him, and I think a lot of other players can speak to that.
We're just going to grind every day. And when we go play, we are who we are, and try not to be Concordia, try not to be Duluth or South. Just go be us and be the best version of who we are. And every year it's trying to be better than we were last year.